Welcome everyone. My name is Roland Sanchez Medina. On behalf of the South Florida Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, we have an opportunity here to get a little bit more information from Ford about a couple of its, some of its models, including Consumer Marketing Manager Travis Calhoun will be speaking along with Albert Cabal. And first of all, let me just hand it off to our talented and lovely Chief Lillian Lopez.
Wow, Roland, I love that word, chief. La jefa.
La jefa.
You are the jefa.
I wanted to say la jefa, but I thought maybe Travis wouldn't understand. But la jefa means the boss.
No, I gotcha.
He understands.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, Roland, thank you. You know, I'm so privileged. I have Roland as chairman of the board, a brilliant lawyer. I mean, he's always there for me, just like my immediate past chair, Felipe, also always there for me. All the past years have been so fabulous. But Roland, you're special. Thank you so much for taking the time and joining us today. I know that my good friend Al Collazo wanted me to moderate this panel. And I remember I told him, Al, moderate me something that deals with trucks when you know that my husband has a Tesla and Lily hasn't even driven the Tesla in 2 years? What does that tell you? That I'm not into cars, but yes, I am into the Lincoln because Alvaro knows that I fell in love with the Lincoln. Which is one? NKC, the one that I have. And I saw it for the first time 5-6 years ago. And after that, I remember I was asked to speak because I was so enthusiastic about that car. And it's part of Ford, so we could talk about this too. So I fell in love with that car, and which I never fall in love with cars. And so my relationship then started with Alvaro because of that, because I've always had a relationship, the chamber has always had a relationship with Ford. So now I'm thinking, when I was reading over the F-150, I said, hey, Lily can drive a truck too. Why not? I look cool in a car. And I was reading about this F-150. It says, toughest F-150 ever. Built to be the toughest, most productive F-150 ever and targeted to be the most powerful, light-duty, full-size pickup truck on the market. The all-new F-150 is also the most aerodynamic ever. New active grille shutters, a new automatically deploying active air dam. I mean, God, this is just most productive, most powerful in its class. All-new Sync 4 is standard, helping keep owners connected and make their days more productive. I need that, always productivity. With more natural voice control available, as well as real-time mapping and customizable information on demand. Driver assist technologies is the most connected F-150 ever. I mean, this is like, Alvaro, you know, sometimes you give me a loaner. Let me have a loaner. Maybe my chairman wants a loaner too. And Lily's gonna drive around town. I'm gonna promote this F-150 because I was reading, I said, wait a minute. And I have a friend, I hope he's connected, Luis Torrego. He's an honorary board member of the chamber. And I've been on the F-150. And no wonder I feel so comfortable when I'm in that vehicle. And now I said, well, my gosh, I've been in the vehicle. I'm going to talk about it a little bit. And then, of course, I'm turn it over to Alvaro, who's the expert. And then he will turn it on also to Travis, who's another expert. And then our members will be so happy because they're going to hear about this. And one more thing, because Lily talks a lot. I'm so happy because the majority of our webinars, we do ones, every week we do a webinar. They have to do with so many things. And this is something special. And I was telling everybody, this will be fun because this is a truck. What do you think, Roland?
I wanted to make sure Travis talks about one thing. The one thing I've noticed over the years is that they have gotten, they're much better looking, they're sharper, they're more aerodynamic, the technology is amazing, and so from that perspective, I think, I mean, it's not only people have a certain usage obviously for people that need a pickup truck, they need something tough, but like I said, the car's looking nicer and more technology in the cars, and so you've responded to consumer needs.
And the next thing you know, Lily is going to be driving the F-150, Alvaro. That is a fact, right?
It is a fact. It is a fact, Lily. And thank you so much for that introduction. I don't know if Travis needs to say anything. We just invited an expert from Detroit, from the Motor City, to talk about he is the consumer marketing manager for the F-150, best-selling truck. And you just went through the entire presentation. I don't know if we need to say anything else here, but I'm just joking. Thank you so much for that.
I did my research.
Thank you
right?
so much for that introduction. And Roland, thank you so much for having us. It is fantastic to be with the chamber, one of the most amazing chambers in the country, really moving business in South Florida and in the entire Florida, actually, because you guys from there influence the entire Florida, and especially Hispanic business and entrepreneurs. So we are really excited to be here, not only attending via Zoom, but also on Facebook Live in your page. So we have people participating here, but the numbers are not making justice because we have more and more people watching on their Facebook pages. So with that, basically, I'm gonna be here introducing, as I mentioned, Travis. He is our expert. And then after his presentation, I'll be facilitating the Q&A session. You can make it by unmuting yourself, making the questions, unmuting yourself and just asking the questions, or you can use the chat room that is available here and post your question and I can read them to Travis. So without any further delays, Travis, please take it away and take us through the entire presentation.
Well, thank you guys very much. As Alvaro and Lily and Roland mentioned, we're very excited to be here today and have the opportunity to speak with your group. You guys represent a very influential customer, not only for F-150, but for Ford overall in general. And we really appreciate this opportunity to walk you guys through the story that we have to tell with the all-new 2021 F-150. So with that, without further ado, we'll jump into it. Hoping I can get this to function appropriately. So all new coming this fall is a completely redesigned F-150. Every piece of sheet metal on this truck is new. Over 92% of the part content on this truck is new too. So as a result with that, while it has a familiar look to it and is unmistakably F-150, we wanted to walk you through some of the stories that we had to tell regarding what makes this truck so new and great. To kick it off, we're gonna try to run a video. Forgive me, I haven't tried to do this via Zoom in the past, so we're gonna click play and hope that it runs through. If the sound doesn't work, I apologize, but we'll give it our best shot.
As smart as your talent.
I think you have to increase the volume, no?
Yeah, it's maxed out, so I think we're having trouble with it jumping through with the audio from my computer. I apologize.
No worries. Take your time.
We'll discuss each of the features you see in this video with greater detail in a moment. So I promise this isn't the bulk of the presentation.
As accessible as your tool shop. And built to last like your workbench. It's like your office. It had its own power station. Work from home. Work from your truck. That's smart.
Nicely made. Detail.
Purpose built. Like American go.
Spacious.
So I apologize if it didn't come through the clearest, but we will jump forward in the presentation. So as I mentioned, this is a completely redesigned F-150, but we wanted to retain some of our key design traits that are uniquely F-150. I'll call out a few of those here. So with the completely redesigned vehicle, we chose the opportunity to kind of relook at everything. And our customers told us that they loved the way their truck looked, but they really wanted to just make it more F-150. So what we did is we took certain design traits like our distinctive C-clamp designs for our signature lighting and expanded that throughout more of the lineup. We now offer 3 different levels of headlamps, 2 of which include our cool C-clamp signature lighting that makes it unmistakably F-150 in the morning, noon, or night. Additionally, we have up to 11 different grille options in the front. We really pride ourselves on offering a truck for every customer, and included in that, it meets different design tastes as well. So throughout the lineup, from our base XL work truck up to the most premium offering in Limited, that's actually pictured here on the left of your screen, we have 11 different grille options and 13 different wheel choices as well. as Lillian gave us that tremendous intro, there are some other features that we've taken to redesign the vehicle to increase its aerodynamics. Some of those things include an active air dam, where below the front bumper, the air dam will actually lower at high speeds to increase your aerodynamics. And then at slower speeds or in off-road conditions, it retracts up to the highest level, making sure you have the most amount of ground clearance. Additionally, we took some of that signature C-clamp design that you see in the signature lighting and then reiterated that throughout other points of the vehicle too. Some other vehicles from the competition, they really have kind of a mix and match design. And we wanted to make sure that everything in this all new F-150 was very harmonious. So from the C-clamp design that you see in the signature lighting to the C-clamp design in the functional fender vent, the C-clamp design is again reiterated in the mirrors that have been all new and redesigned, also contributing to that most aerodynamic claim. And then in addition to that, the C-clamp continues in the rear of the vehicle with the design in the tail lamps. It doesn't stop there, it also flows into the interior of the vehicle too, but we'll get to that in a minute. So as we mentioned, we want to talk about, before we get into more stuff in the vehicle, that was just a tease, we want to discuss kind of our overall Hispanic truck owners as well, and how they compare to our general market consumers as well. So from a Hispanic truck consumer, they are typically more ambitious individuals that are multifaceted, trying to chart their own path forward. Additionally, owning a truck makes them feel safe, dependable, and strong, and overall increasing their overall capability as well. Additionally, they're more likely than non-Hispanic owners to say that the truck makes them feel powerful and accomplished. It's really a sense of pride in showing that they've arrived and that they have a certain level of accomplishment. These customers are extremely hardworking, and as a result of them being hardworking, it's important that their truck never fails them as well. So we really try to deliver that, meeting our Built Ford Tough promise, making sure that we're delivering a capable, durable truck that has both quality and reliability that will be there for this hardworking user. These customers are more likely to work, eat, and use Wi-Fi in their vehicle. They're more likely to use their laptop and even sleep in their trucks as well. So it's important to note that these customers view this cabin of the vehicle as a safe haven, and even as a mobile office in some cases, where they're choosing to get work done in their vehicle, but on site. Additionally, nearly half of these consumers,
if I can interrupt,
please.
I think, frankly, as an immigrant, I was born in Cuba. I think the other thing about Ford is such an iconic American symbol that owning a Ford, represents something to immigrants. It's, you made it in this country, frankly. And so
Most definitely, yeah.
And so, when you, like I said, I think some of this are generated through surveys. I think that's something to throw in there. So like I said, Ford is America. It's like Dallas Cowboys, New York Yankees, right? And it represents American to many of us immigrants.
Yeah, it's something we all take very seriously on the truck team too. We want to make sure that we're delivering a product that not only meets our needs and our customers' needs, but can continue to live up to that legacy as well. It's something that no one wants to be a part of the team that loses that legacy, most definitely. As I mentioned before, these customers are all, sorry to jump right back into it, but great note, Roland. Additionally, nearly half of these customers will use the in-truck Wi-Fi that's offered as well. So even though we offer that today, we continue offering that in the all-new 2021 F-150 as well, because embedded modems now become standard throughout the entire lineup. And we'll get into what that means for additional benefits to the consumers here in a little bit. Additionally, these customers are more social and tech savvy, and they rely on technology to stay connected. More likely than non-Hispanic truck owners to socialize and keep in truck with other truck owners through social media, in-person meetings, or even informal meetups. And additionally, nearly a quarter of them say that they would be open to a hybrid or electric powertrain for the next truck to help increase their productivity and overall efficiency. So the good news is that all of these insights we are delivering on with the all-new 2021 F-150. So we're billing this as Lily said, the toughest F-150 ever. And what's contributing to that is our all-new bold and tough exterior design. We're targeting to deliver the best capabilities that we can with best-in-class payload and torque, and not just best-in-class towing by 100 pounds versus the competition. We're really looking forward to squashing them. Additionally, the overall Built Ford Tough promise, as I mentioned, we want to make sure that we're living up to that durability, quality, and reliability that we can. Additionally, we are staying committed with our high-strength, fully boxed steel frame. And then also we've mated that with our high-strength military-grade aluminum alloy body. What that does is it lowers the overall weight of those body panels, which allows us to put added capabilities into the truck as well. So additionally, we're building this as the most productive F-150 ever. Productivity remains a key part for our customers' lives, especially those that use trucks. More often than not, people are buying a truck because they need a truck, either for work or recreational purposes, making sure that they're getting the job done, no matter what that's a weekday or weekend. So what we've done here is we've taken certain key insights from our consumers and are delivering feature content that will make sure that they are staying on the forefront of their own productivity as well. The first of which is Pro Power Onboard, which is a really cool way for us saying that your vehicle now becomes a mobile generator. What your vehicle can do is now have exportable power. Up to 7.2 kilowatts of exportable power is available on the all-new F-150. So your vehicle actually becomes a mobile generator. You no longer need to carry an additional generator in the bed of your vehicle to get the job done remotely on work sites. Your truck acts as that mobile generator. There's 3 different levels of it available on both optional gas powertrains and our all-new full hybrid that we offer that's also a class exclusive. So a really cool offering there. About 20% of our customers, give or take, have told us that they were carrying generators in the bed. And one thing that's most precious to truck customers is space within that bed. So we want to make sure that if we have opportunities to make them, to enable them to carry more gear and not have to lug around an additional generator, we're able to do that here. 7.2 kilowatts is an awful lot. It can power the majority of job sites or pretty much anything you could bring to throw one epic tailgate at a Dolphins game. Additionally, we learned from studying our consumers is that a lot of customers are getting work done inside the vehicle. So mentioning that key insight we had from the Hispanic consumer more likely to work within their vehicle, about 30% of our customers told us that they were getting work done inside the cabin and had need for a flat table or work surface. So we actually designed 2 different executions to deliver that to our customers. The first one that you see here is available with our available captain's chairs or bucket seats. And what that is your center console shifter will, pardon my crass diagram with my arms, but your center console shifter will actually retract into the center console, which will allow your center console lid that normally opens this way to open in a reverse fashion and create a completely flat work surface. So not only could you use your laptop as it's pictured here, but you could also work on blueprints or sign documents or even eat your fast food if you needed to have a flat surface. It is a really cool feature, and frankly, I think an even cooler execution is the one that we're offering on our bench seats. In that one, the center seat actually slides down or flips down, and then the table slides out and will also rotate closer to the driver for a more ergonomic position. And the reason why we have that type of execution on the bench seat is because those customers are the ones that are even more likely to be getting work done on a job site or on a campsite. Additionally, the productivity doesn't stop on the interior of the vehicle. On the exterior of the vehicle as well, we have the tailgate work surface. This is a suite of different pockets and features available on the surface of the tailgate when it's deployed. These include cup holders, pencil holders, a mobile tablet or phone holder. It's got a ruler built into it as well, so there's no argument as to who had the biggest catch that day. In addition to that, we've added these C-clamp pockets that you can see featured here in this photo. Those are actually standard on all F-150s. And that C-clamp is because customers were actually damaging their tailgates, attempting to fix lumber or timber to their tailgate, as you see pictured here, by adding that C-clamp and putting too much pressure on the tailgate. So what we've done is we've provided a dedicated pocket on every F-150 going forward to make sure that customers can prevent that kind of damage in the future. Additionally, from a technology standpoint, we have our feature called Pro Trailer Backup Assist. We've now added trailer reverse guidance. These are really cool technologies that take a really cumbersome moment of backing up a trailer and make it really simple. And the idea here is that instead of having to turn the steering wheel and understand that you turn left to go right and have to worry about jackknifing and that sort of thing, we take that worry bead away from the user and allow them to use a little knob on the dash that you see pictured there on the instrument panel that allows the customer to then steer the trailer using a different knob, and we'll handle the steering input on your steering wheel to make sure that your trailer goes exactly where you want it. If you ever want a really entertaining weekend, go to a boat ramp and watch some novices try to back up a trailer. You'll crack up. We like to joke that this feature will save marriages because you don't need a spotter back there helping you, telling you to crank left or crank right. Additionally, we have our digital productivity cluster that's available on our Lariat and Above series. That's a 12-inch screen that replaces where your speedometer and tachometer would be. Additionally, as you change through different drive modes, the information that's most pertinent to driving in that condition is what's pulled up to the forefront for the driver. So if I'm in an off-road condition, it will show me more RPMs versus speed and so forth. Additionally, we are now offering max recline seating for anyone that has been fortunate enough to fly on Delta One. This is very similar to a fold flat seat in first class. So essentially what this is a seat that reclines to nearly 180 degrees. And then during that recline, the seat bottom cushion actually rises up to fill the gap of where the seat back would be, creating a completely flat surface. And then back between your shoulder blades, there's additional thoracic support that allows you to adjust and fine tune it to an angle in which you're most comfortable sleeping. Again, indicating that we understand the customer that is spending more time in their cabin and needs to use that space to relax as well after a long haul. The story doesn't stop there, guys, or ladies and gentlemen. Additionally, we are building this as the most connected F-150 ever. So not only do we have our available Sync 4 that is now standard, but we are now offering an available 12-inch center stack screen that's in a portrait mode that allows our customers to maximize the information that's available on demand. Because this vehicle also has an embedded modem that is now standard throughout the lineup, we're also able to enable over-the-air updates. Now, the reason this is significant is that these are pervasive over-the-air updates that are available for customers. So if there's a new software update that adjusts transmission timing, we can deploy that to customers' vehicles over the air in under 2 minutes at a time that they desire, or the time that they designate, where they know the vehicle won't be in use. So it can prevent more downtime and can make sure that our customers are always staying on the forefront of technology. Additionally, we look forward to delivering additional feature content to customers available via over-the-air updates as well. So the story doesn't stop. The story doesn't just stop at the time of purchase. If there's opportunities for us to enhance the customer's ownership experience or vehicle experience with the all-new 2021 F-150, we look forward to delivering that. One other note on that 12-inch screen, there are competitors that also offer 12-inch screens, but they're only offering them on about 10% of their lineup. Because we're standardizing it on our XLT Premium Series or our XLT High and above, that puts our 12-inch screen available in nearly 50% of all F-150s that are produced. That is significant. One of the things we really try to focus on with this all-new truck was democratizing a lot of technologies. So things that had been previously available only on the most premium series, we've now brought down into the lower trim series to make sure that more customers have access to that technology. Real quick on our Sync 4 offering, we do now offer Sync 4 as standard, so that provides wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. So every F-150 will have a free navigation available through those services. And then we also offer a Sync 4 with enhanced voice recognition as an available upgrade that offers either a connected navigation that comes standard or an available connected built-in navigation software system. With both of those, it's really cool. You can talk to it just like you would talk to a passenger in your vehicle. If I'm driving down and I can say, "Hey Ford" as a wake word, or "Hey F-150," my vehicle will then acknowledge what I'm about to say, and I could say, "Hey Ford, I'm cold," and my vehicle would then know to increase the temperature inside the cabin. It is very slick, it is very conversational, and something we really know that our customers are going to appreciate.
Does it have a cool name like Siri?
We went with "Hey Ford" or "Hey F-150."
Like what is it? Hey Ford?
Yeah, I think it's "Hey Ford." Yeah, we can double check the actual specific wake word for you. Cool. It's pretty cool.
Hey Ford.
Additionally, Lily touched on, she really hit on all my main talking points. We should have just used that as an outline. But the next thing I wanted to talk about is our driver assistance technologies. So we call these our Copilot 360 2.0 technologies. So standard on every F-150 that we produce is auto headlamps, so auto on-off headlamps, automatic high beams, a lane keeping system, and then also AEB, or automated emergency braking. We also have standardized the rear view camera with dynamic hitch support. Now available on our XLs and a standard on XLT and above. And this is another example of that democratization of technologies. We are now offering reverse brake assist, post-impact braking, reverse sensing system, our Bliss system, which is a blind spot indicator, letting you know if there's a vehicle in your vehicle's blind spot, along with the other italicized features down below that I had already mentioned, that are available as standard on XLT and above and available on XL. So there are still fleet customers out there or business customers out there, commercial use, where they're not interested in paying for those premium features. They want to make sure they keep a lower cost. So as a result, we continue to offer that available for customers. One thing that we pride ourselves on, as I mentioned at the top of the presentation, is a truck for every customer. And one of the things that goes into that is providing that optionality to make sure that you can get the exact truck that you want the way that you want it.
Travis,
please.
one question about So the sort of the assistance with driving, it's not the full, and by the way, I don't know that I would feel comfortable ever with the automatic driving. So this is like just for parking primarily and reversing, or is it?
Yeah, sure. So the features that we were mentioning before, reverse brake assist is like a sensor to make sure you don't back over a child's bicycle. It notifies you if there's something in that range of your vehicle. Post-impact braking is if you unfortunately did come into a collision, your vehicle would continue to provide or to press the brake, even if you're unable to make sure that it mitigates that impact. And then reverse sensing system is just a backing up sensor. It's like the audible sensor that you can hear the beeping. And then bliss, as I mentioned, is those lights that are in the mirrors. The lane keeping system in this case is one that just notifies you if you're driving like a slob and getting in between the lanes, and make sure that you stay in that center of the lane. As we talk through the more graduated offerings, we do get to the point of taking your hands off the steering wheel and your vehicle taking the wheel for you. But we'll get to that in a second. So the next offering is our Copilot Assist offering. And in this one, we're offering our adaptive cruise control, but now it's smarter. So we get to call it intelligent adaptive cruise control. The reason that it's smarter is because not only will it handle stop and go traffic, so as you're trying to get through Miami traffic jam, your vehicle will actually come to a complete stop and then restart itself up to 3 minutes later. So if you're in a real stop and go, you don't need to worry about the on off between the gas and brake. Your vehicle will take care of that for you and keep a safe distance between the vehicle, between your vehicle and the vehicle in front of you. Additionally, we'll offer lane centering. So if you are using intelligent adaptive cruise control, you could take your hands off the steering wheel briefly, and you'll make sure that you are able to keep your vehicle in the center of the lane. Additionally, you have speed sign recognition, and this is the one that I think is really slick. So Roland, you strike me as the kind of guy that drives maybe 7 to 10 miles an hour over the speed limit. Is that a safe assumption?
If you add 10 to 15 to 20 above those numbers, then probably.
Okay. Man, okay, even cooler. Okay, that helps. So if you're going 70 and a 50 then.
Yeah, because I'm usually late and I'm Cuban, so imagine. Yeah.
That's perfect. All right, so Roland's running late, and he's going 20 miles an hour over the speed limit, but the speed limit drops. So say you're in a 50 mile an hour zone and you're driving 70 miles an hour. Now, Ford does not condone that, to be clear. We recommend following all speed sign recognition or all speed sign requirements. But say, for instance, to say, for instance, Roland was going, we'll do 7 just to be safe in this example. So 7 miles an hour, you're going 57 miles an hour in a 50 mile an hour zone. Now the speed limit drops to 35. Your vehicle recognizes that street sign, recognizes that the speed limit changed in the area in which you're driving, and then lowers your vehicle to 42 miles an hour because it recognizes that same 7 mile an hour premium over the posted speed limit. So it really helps you in the event that you happen to miss a speed sign. I think it's happened to the best of us. And again, making sure our customers don't get slowed down by doing any traffic infractions. Additionally, a couple features that are included in this package are ones that I hope our customers never have to use, with evasive steering assist. So if you did in the event need to oversteer to get away from something that was in front of you, your vehicle will help complete that action for you. And then also intersection assist. So with that, the most common occurrences for vehicles to get T-boned is making a left-hand turn through an intersection. So what your vehicle does is it has additional sensors that detect oncoming traffic from the left as you're approaching and going through an intersection to prevent a collision there. Additionally, it is this feature that where you start to get our connected built-in navigation as well. And then as Roland so appropriately gave me a segue here, we are delivering what we're calling active drive assist hardware with the all-new 2021 F-150. So in this case, in the Copilot Active 2.0 prep package, customers can elect to choose to get the hardware where your vehicle will eventually be able to handle hands-free driving. So while we're not delivering that feature now because the software isn't ready for prime time, it is actively in development, and we look forward to delivering that in the 3rd quarter of next year. So customers can potentially future-proof their vehicle by getting the hardware now, and then later on being able to choose to elect to turn that software on or off at their discretion. Additionally, included in this feature is Active Park Assist, and this one is really slick. This is where your vehicle will park itself. Either perpendicular parking or parallel parking. It will also detect that and tell you whether a spot is big enough for your truck to fit in. So if you've ever been looking for street parking in downtown Miami and and we're relegated to parallel parking, your truck will, as you're looking for a parking spot, tell you that it found one that's big enough for your truck, and then put your truck in that spot. Or, and conversely, help you out of a really tightly parked spot if someone has tried to box you in. Again, never needing a spotter and not having to get out of your vehicle to make sure you're not rubbing bumpers.
Hey, Travis, I mean, let me ask you that. I mean, and it's interesting because, I mean, you know, Miami, everyone parks, you know, this far away from each other. Just curious whether, I mean, you have the full confidence that this will be able to get out of a tight spot without really hitting anybody, either front or in the back?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, that is the way that it's designed. Yeah, and that's actually part of the insight of why we advanced it with the with the Active Park Assist 2.0. Previously, we could just identify the parallel parking spot and put you in it without hitting anything, but now we can get you out of that spot without making any contact as well.
Okay.
Another really big part of our story here is that we are offering our class exclusive full hybrid full-size pickup. So the competition will offer mild hybrids, which is a fancy way of offering an electric motor to increase or boost your torque and horsepower. What this is a full hybrid. So we actually get to take advantage of regenerative braking and have an additional battery pack on board to store that power and then deploy it for additional efficiency down the road. Make no mistake though, this is not an egg-shaped hybrid engine that we stuffed in an F-150. This is based on our full 3.5 liter EcoBoost engine, which is our most capable max towing engine, and then mated that with an upgraded 10-speed transmission that has the hybrid gear, hybrid hardware built into the transmission housing. Additionally, with this full hybrid that we're calling Power Boost, we are targeting to deliver our best-in-class torque and horsepower figures with this engine as well. And then this is also an engine that is, like I said, it's not your egg-shaped hybrid. This is a hybrid that will be able to tow at least 12,000 pounds, which is no small feat. So to recap, the reasons that we call it the toughest is the all new front end appearance. We've got a new hood, new grills, new fascia, new front bumper, 3 different levels of headlamps. And the most premium of those is dynamic bending. So it'll see around corners for you or bend around corners for you. Additionally, we have the all new exterior body. So new design doors, fenders, box sides, new running boards, including an extended length option that runs all the way back to the rear wheel well. That allows customers to be able to reach over the side of the bed using just that one piece of hardware. Additionally, we new wheel designs that we touched on, the newly designed mirrors and door handles, new badging and decals, the new rear end appearance as well, so new tailgates and appliques, that new tailgate work surface that we discussed, new tail lamp design, and a new rear bumper design. That is all complemented by the all new interior as well. So a new center console with that available work surface, the new instrument panel, new seating, new trim materials, new colors, new steering wheel design, and then upgraded switches and controls. One thing that's also really important to truck customers is being able to have redundant buttons. So not everything requires a touch screen. They want something physical to be able to touch and to be able to change that, and also to be able to make those changes using gloves, because so many of our customers are working outside and are still wearing their gloves when they come back inside their vehicle. Additionally, we have that significantly enhanced the interior human-machine interface. So that larger standard screen. So now the smallest screen offering that we offer on the all-new F-150 is the largest screen that we offer today. So every F-150 has an 8-inch infotainment screen. And then we also have that upgraded 12-inch screen that's available on about 50% of the lineup. Additionally, that digital cluster that we spoke to, and then Sync 4 being standard as well. From an overall capabilities, we are looking forward to delivering best-in-class towing and best-in-class payload. We are increasing torque and horsepower figures. We have those exportable power capabilities that we touched on with Pro Power onboard, and your vehicle able to become a mobile generator, and a segment-first full hybrid powertrain. Not to be outdone, we still have the most productive F-150 ever. So included in that is the Sync 4 standard. Our embedded modem is now standard. We have unique truck-specific Ford Pass app functionality. This is really slick. So you'll be able to control features like locking, unlocking, remote start from your cell phone, but you'll also be able to control other truck features. So you'll be able to see the generator draw on your vehicle using your phone and control and enable that generator mode while your vehicle's in park. Additionally, you can control zone lighting. So if you're at a campsite or a job site and just want to light up the front left of your vehicle, you can do that remotely just using your app, and it will have to use our LED lighting on the vehicle to turn on those spotlights so you can see what's happening around your vehicle. Additionally, those Copilot 360 technologies that we touched on, including adaptive cruise control, lane centering, the evasive steer assist. We also have power up-down tailgate, so you can do that using the fob, or what I think is even cooler, you can walk up and just lift it a little bit with your pinky, and the vehicle will take it the rest of the way, all the way up. Additionally, those over-the-air updates that we spoke to, an onboard digital owner's manual that is really cool. So again, leveraging that modem that's embedded in the vehicle, we can actually pull up video content and have searchable content within the infotainment screen. So if you want to understand how to use a feature within the vehicle and don't want to thumb through the owner's manual to figure it out and read via text, and you learn better via video, we can actually show our how-to videos in the screen of your vehicle while it's parked. Additionally, there's those new work surfaces that we touched on in the interior and exterior. We have 2 different levels of premium audio available, now available into our XLT trim series. We have an 8-speaker Bang & Olufsen or B&O audio system. And then on the most premium offering is an 18-speaker system on the interior of the cabin that adds additional speakers in the headrest and headliner as well. I would challenge you to find all 18. It's pretty incredible. Additionally, we have a dual glove box, so adding more lockable storage for our customers. Wireless charging, rear underseat storage is available, rear camera on demand. This is really cool. So you're actually able to pull up while you're driving down the road and see what's happening in the bed of your pickup truck. Make sure that your gear is secure.
I'm sorry for interrupting you, but when I saw the wireless charging, I thought that was pretty cool. Is that wireless charging for your phone? I mean,
yeah, so we have a wireless charging pad in your phone. So that actually complements that wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You could avoid bringing that USB cord into your vehicle altogether. But again, to help future-proof it, the vehicle also comes standard, or also comes with available USB-A and USB-C adapters as well. So if you've got an accessory or a device that requires a bit stronger charge or uses that cable, the vehicle accommodates that as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. The rear camera on demand was pretty cool. And then of course the Pro Trailer Backup Assist and trailer reverse guidance that we spoke to. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the all new 2021 F-150 in a brief period of time. And then we can open it up to any questions that you guys may have.
Well,
but again, thank you for this time.
Yeah, no,
Roland has questions.
Yeah, no,
I have answers.
I've been texting some questions, but I gotta tell you, your knowledge of this car is really impressive. I mean,
thank you very much.
You know, you'd be the salutatorian of the class, or valedictorian of the class, okay? And frankly, you presented it very well too. I'm curious. You know, some people texted me whether all Ford trucks are manufactured in the U.S.
You know what? That's a wonderful question, and one that I'm really proud to answer. All F-Series trucks, both F-150 and Super Duty, are produced domestically in the United States. And in fact, we even export them around the world. Additionally, as a little nod to the fact that we are the only manufacturer that produces all of our trucks domestically, we have an American flag that is embedded and hidden as a bit of an Easter egg on the inside of each door. So as you open the door to the all-new F-150 in the front of the cabin, there's a little American flag there, and that's just a nod to the fact that we produce domestically and our partners at the UAW.
Well, thank you for that. I mean, I'm gonna get to other questions, but I will tell you one of my thoughts is, and I'll be super frank with you. Everything that you showed me, I'm actually interested. And I would love to, I may actually, if you can give me a test model, it'd be even better. I would love to, for a weekend, to drive one of these things, mainly because it looks so damn comfortable.
It really is.
I mean, I saw one of the pictorials that a guy working on his computer, and it looked so large, and it just looked like a lot of space. It just looked like a super comfortable car, frankly. And then on top of that, you get all these added features. It's, you know, it seems like a win-win.
I would be inclined to agree with you. You know, one thing that customers that are new to this segment, or customers that have never had a full-size pickup before, really appreciate is the overall utility of it. It really becomes a lifestyle enabler, whether you use it for professional reasons or recreational reasons. I like it. Really, it sounds really corny, but I like to, the question doesn't become what can I do this weekend, but what couldn't I do? Or sorry, it goes from what can't I do this weekend to what can I do, because it's such an enabler. It's right. And other than the fact that you get calls from your neighbors to help them move stuff.
That is correct. And I'm gonna let Roland has been receiving, Travis, some questions as you were presenting. So I'm gonna let Roland go over those questions. But before we continue, I want to invite people to use the Q&A feature at the bottom of the screen or the chat to ask your questions. I misspoke at the beginning of the presentation. Actually, there is no audio questions for this presentation, only the Q&A or the chat, and feel free to send them and we will be answering those questions. Back to you, Roland.
I have a question.
Sure.
The price, what is the starting price of this? It's good to know.
Yeah, great question.
Is
So
it
for all that
affordable,
for all that feature content that we added, that's now standard on the base F-150, the price only went up $195. So the starting price for this vehicle is still under $29,000, but it can go all the way up from there. So I think on the high end, our most premium offering is closer to like 75,000 or a little bit higher. But again, not every customer needs massaging seats that are heated and air conditioned and that can recline fully in a truck that can drive itself.
So Travis, it
so
starts at 29. Is that what I heard? Starts at
Correct.
29 and it depends on all the added features that you want to include.
Correct.
So it's reasonable, very reasonable, very reasonable.
One of the questions that I received, and this is actually, it's a great question, is how has the pandemic impacted your sales?
Yeah, great question. I mean, the pandemic is obviously troublesome for everyone, and we had to shut down our plants for a couple months, which was a big burdensome proposition for us. As anyone can imagine, we get paid when we are producing trucks, and when we're not, it puts challenges on everything. But all in all, our sales have been really strong, and when we continue to lead the segment. So we continue to deliver more F-150s than any other truck on the road. So we're really pleased with how we've been able to manage the business through this situation.
And I'm sorry, because I mean, I just got these texts. As an ancillary to that, though, while you were speaking, Travis, I sort of just looked up, the number of trucks you sell. It's not even close. I mean, from the numbers that I saw in 2019, you sold roughly almost 900,000 Ford F-Series trucks. The Ram pickup is next, is 633,000.
Yeah, it's a big part of our business, no doubt. We sell a truck about every 47 seconds, and that's not that's through a 24/7, 365 calendar. So in the amount of time that we've been having this conversation, we can determine how many trucks we've sold in that amount of time.
There's a question here from, do you see it, Roland? There's a question from Maria Diaz Kramer.
Yeah,
or do I see it only?
Yeah.
Before you get to that, I have another one here, so you can organize the questions as we go over these.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I saw that one in the Q&A. I'll ask that right now.
Okay.
What are examples of capacity of power of the onboard generators?
Sure. So we offer 3 different levels of the Pro onboard power. The first is available in the optional gas powertrains, and that's 2 kilowatts. 2 kilowatts could power a really good tailgate party. The other thing to note is that with all of our Pro Power onboard executions, it's a pure sine power supply. So as a result, that's more inclined to be able to charge your electric tool batteries and things along those lines. If you didn't have that pure sine power coming through to the vehicle or coming through from the vehicle, it would not charge those batteries. So the 2 kilowatt will definitely accomplish those tasks. Standard on the HEV offering or on the hybrid offering, our Power Boost engine is 2.4 kilowatts. And that obviously just adds an additional 400 watts of capability over the base 2 kilowatt. And then available on the 7.2, it's pretty stout. So that one comes with a 220 watt outlet as well. So you could actually power an arc welder or really any power tool that you could possibly need for that amount of energy. Additionally, there are other generators, just to put it into perspective, while we don't recommend that the vehicle power your home, there are some homes that are powered remotely with generators that are of that capability. So it's a very stout generator.
Well, and that was going to be a follow-up question, because living in South Florida, after hurricanes, frankly, it's not out of the question that we're going to lose, that someone would lose power. So
yeah, it's something that it's something we wished we could be able to add to that functionality, but unfortunately, the National Electrician Code will not allow vehicles to power premises. So it is not a condoned use of the feature.
And of course, you knew that. I'm not surprised you knew that. Alvaro, you want to ask the
Okay,
question?
yes,
I'm sure you have
let's
some electricians
continue.
on, as a member of the as a member of your group that can probably tell me even more about it. So yeah, I'm not a pro by any means.
Alvaro, there's some questions
Okay,
in the
we
chat.
continue. Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. We continue receiving questions here. There is one, Travis, that says the F-150 is going electric in 2022. Which other four cars will have the same benefit? What is the mileage range for the electric model? Before you answer that question, let me respond to Maria that we don't comment on future products. So Travis may address only the F-150 part of the question.
Yeah, so all that I'm able to say is that we are looking forward to delivering an all-electric F-150 following this all-new F-150. So I can answer any questions about this particular truck, but I really can't get into the electric offering just yet.
Perfect. And there is one more question here. It says, when will the F-150 will be available at a dealer for a test drive?
Yeah, so we are looking forward to having them in dealers before the end of the year. So you should be able to see them later this fall.
And since I mentioned dealers, I just want to say hello to the South Florida 4 dealers that are participating today in the in this video presentation. I'm multitasking, so I have not been able to see the names or who is here, but I know that they were excited to be part of this. So I just wanted to say hello to each of the South Florida 4 dealers that are with us today. Okay, more questions. Roland, do you have another question there?
I did.
We're running out of time.
Yeah,
Five more minutes.
Maybe just a couple more, but
Yay.
And this is right up your alley. And what's the biggest difference between the Ford F-Series and the Ram pickup? And like I said, I mean,
well, ours is built Ford tough, and I think that with it being the best-selling trucks for 43 years in the U.S., our reputation stands for itself.
Okay, perfect. It looks like Claudia has a question, but I don't think it came through. She raised her hand. So we have few more minutes. Let's take 2 more questions. If you guys type the questions really quick, we can answer them and we can go through this.
I got this one on a text. I'm just got a difficult question to
Now I can't wait.
I think we've all read about the issues, a couple accidents that the auto driver had with the Tesla. And like I said, it seems like you will be getting there. I'm just curious, and it's one's hard to decipher, but you will obviously only be providing that auto driving function at a point when Ford feels it's 100% trustworthy and been over and over tested over and over again, because that it seems to me like a very scary proposition at any point in time to just
no doubt.
Give up.
Yeah, no doubt. And that's part of the reason that the software isn't available when we're going to start selling the trucks. So we wanted to make sure that if customers do want to have that ability, we are providing the hardware now because we know what that is required. But until we are comfortable deploying the software and can be confident in the safety of our customers, we're not gonna release it yet. We love our customers and value them, and the last thing we want to do is imagine anyone getting hurt. So that's part of the reason we've delivered a lot of those driver assistance technologies too throughout the lineup, is to make sure that our customers and people around them are safe.
Perfect. Well, and with that is our presentation. We are almost at the top of the hour, and I want to be respectful of everybody's time. So Lily, back to you and Roland, and thank you again on behalf of Ford Motor Company for having us today. On behalf of Travis and myself, it has been an honor to share with you this time, and thank you for tuning in.
Alvaro, thank you so much. And Ford and Travis, I mean, gosh, we've been working with Ford for so many years and so happy. And it's such a pleasure and privilege because the Ford family is such nice people. And so I thank you so much for providing this valuable information to our members. I learned a lot. I did my homework, like Travis said. I was very prepared, and I want to test drive the F-150. So thank you so much. And also to Albert Collazo, who's our contact also with Ford. And I want to pass this over now to our chairman of the board, who seems to know so much about cars. You know that women, we don't know so much. We fall in love with the cars, but we don't know anything about them. So Roland,
well,
your thoughts?
I got to tell you, I'm, I candidly, the information you provided, Travis. I mean, it was overwhelming. I mean, and I mean that in a good way. And when I say honestly, sincerely, I'm actually going to go test drive the car too. I've been driving. My mom passed away a few years. I've been driving a car since it makes me feel closer to her. Didn't need to know that, but whatever. But I'm actually going to go to Ford and test drive it, because it's been, like I said, your presentation and frankly all the services, the products are fantastic. And so I think the education is when you really find out all the features that it has, it's really impressive. So and you were able to just do it quickly and surprisingly, even though a lot of information, it was actually very well said. So thank you very much, Travis. Thank you, Alvaro. Thank you very much. Like I said, very polished presentation. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys very much. It was an honor to be here with you guys, and we really appreciate the time. And thank you guys very much.
My
Okay.
pleasure. And thank you all who logged on and were able to participate and learn more about the F-150 like I did. And we'll see you then soon when we have a lot of webinars coming up. The sports one, and there's so many. I mean, it's every week that we have webinars for our members. It's a way to keep in contact with all of them now that we have this pandemic, and hopefully we'll get rid of it, and then we'll be able to meet again like we did last year. How about to remember? At the Colonnade Hotel.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that
Great.
next time.
So thank you. Thank you so much to all. Bye.
And Travis, you
Bye.
have friends in Miami. Should you ever come down here? Okay.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Much
Thank you so much
appreciated.
for having me.
Yes, Travis.
Bye.
Yes.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much for joining. Thank you.